Today we will look into the daily routines that I follow as a data scientist. So let's get started. So you may feel that this is off topic, but this was one of the requests from my subscriber. So I would like to address this first and proceed with my plans. Okay, let's get started. So before I even open my laptop, uh, first thing I do for the day is to plan for the day, right? So maybe based on yesterday's feedback, I might need to look into some really important items. So that I call it as need to do. Good to do all the items which I've planned already, right? I thought about few items which can benefit my project in long term. So I would have planned about those items in a separate list. So those are the good to do items. And if there are any priority items that I may need to check with others, so I will write it down, right? And also, is there any other meeting to attend? So it can happen that uh, during some priority issues, I may need to log in early to attend some early meetings, like 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. meeting, right? So these are the priority things. I mean, I plan before I even start the day, right? And if there are any long-term items, so I'll write it down. Like maybe I need to add a new capability, right? And this can benefit uh, this many people. And if I come up with this automation, this can enhance or if make my team more efficient. So those kind of tasks, I call it as good to do, right? Uh, these are the main items. I write it, and once this is done, uh, then comes this, right? So now I'm open my laptop, right? So most of my days, right, at least 90% of my days looks like this, right? I will follow the routines which I'm going to share in the following slides. Okay, so it's 10 a.m. Right? I will open my laptop and I won't open the email box, right? If even if it is already open, I'll try to close it. Slack or any other chat app, if you have opened, I mean, I will close that as well. So all these will be closed, and I'll just focus on the work which I planned, right? So these are memory or mind intensive works, right? So your cognitive load is fresh in early in the morning, so you need to focus on all this intensive works, right? So that's why I will make myself free away from distractions like email or mobile, and I'll focus on reading new concepts, right? So you have nice websites like uh, edtech websites like deeplearning.a, wherein they bring in new courses every week, right? So all these are short courses. So I will try to read any of those courses, right? And I also work on some patent uh, ideas, right? So my company encourage us to come up with patentable ideas. So if I have anything or if I get some ideas, I'll try to work on it. And if there are some capabilities I envision about the product or the project we build, right? So I will try to, if I'm more passionate about any new capability, I will work on that as well. And I'll also focus on bugs in the code. So it's not like um, doesn't happen every time, but in case there are some issues raised on the quality of our product, and if it is a passionate thing for me, like if it is going to hurt our team's progress, then I'll focus on trying to check those bugs as well, right? Because early in the morning, it's easy for your eyes or mind to capture all any issues in your code compared to late in the night. So these are the high level items I focus on early in the day, right? So so you see, this is not more of a project focused, right? Except the last one. If I have completed the top three, then I'll focus on the bug, right? So not project focus. It's more of uh, memory intensive job focus. So you will focus on hard work. So you'll do those hard mind intensive works early in the day. Okay. So for that, it's better to get yourself free away from distractions. Then comes the usual part, right? So you see till 11:30 I focus on this, and then I'll take a small break, right? 15 minutes or 10 minutes break, and then I'll check my email, uh, WhatsApp if there is any call from my seniors or teammates, and then any in case of any priority things, right? So I may get a call from my teammates after 11, right? And then we'll have a quick team sync up on what to do for the day. And if there are any priority issues brought up, we will prioritize that, and we'll share among the team, and we'll get started on that, right? So it's more of internal team data scientist sync up, what to do, or how best we can share the task. And there are some specialists in our team who can do some work quicker, right? Let's say more of feature engineering. One of the person in my team can do it faster than me, right? And I can do certain tasks faster than some people in my team. So that's how we prioritize based on our strengths. And this call lasts for almost 30 to 40 minutes. If there are any problems that we face in the project, we will share it with our teammates, right? And that will be taken up into the leadership later from by one of our teammates. So this is how the call happens. And if I get any you know patch of time, 15 minutes or 20 minutes of time in the middle, I'll try to focus on the work which was slotted to me. I will code if needed, or if I need to document something, I'll focus that. Or if I have to update any tickets, I'll focus on that. So all this kind of project related work internal to DS, right? That is uh, relevant to DS will be focused within this time. Okay. Then I'll take a lunch break that will last for almost 1 hour, right? And then in that lunch break, I'll have food, maybe 30 minutes, and then I'll take a quick nap if needed. If I'm tired already, then I'll take a nap for 20 minutes. If not, right? If see, it's all depends on how much sleep I get in the night. Right? Usually I get good sleep, but in cases if I don't get, I will take some nap in the lunchtime, and then I'll be back. I'll start from uh, yeah, from 2 to 3. I'll take break. Yeah, and then again 3 to 4 we'll have okay. I think it's not listed here, but you can imagine, right? 3 to 4 p.m. I'll focus on doing some non-intensive works. So there are works you do like filling up the timesheet, or documentation, or any ticket updates, right? So these are kind of routine work, not much of a memory intensive work. So this can be done post lunch, right? So you are actually post lunch. I'm not the active person, right? So I will try to do all this less memory intensive works, mind intensive works in that time. So there will be some queries or survey questions to do. So all this work can be planned better, done better in this time, right? So 3 to 4, that is how those are the works I do at that time. And then 4 to 5:30, again it gets heated up a bit. You are enough. I will be in some kind of a flow state, right? Uh, um, so this is the good time to connect with other teams. So there will be teams like mission MLE teams, or data engineering teams, or business enablement teams, all other cross-functional teams. If they have raised any concerns about the product, right? I may need to look into it, and I'll see if I can, get develop any bugs if they are found, or any enhancements we can do to make the product better. I'll focus on that. I'll add it to the list, and I'll share it with the team if needed. Okay. And then 6 to 8, I'll be connecting with the clients or the product owners, right? So not most of the times, not see, as a DS team, there needs to be someone who needs to represent us. If not if my team is not available, I'll be the person to uh, part of the call. Or if I'm not available, I'll ask someone to join the call. if they need us, if the sponsors need any one of us who are working on some priority tasks, then we will be make ourselves available to that call as well. And again, so whenever I get some time in the middle, I'll try to focus on the work, right? I do. So the like we have work already piled up a lot, right? So it's all about you know, writing the things down, or writing as it like maintain a notepad, note down all the things you need to do, right? So sometimes you might get some idea as well, note down that, and whenever I get some time, I'll keep working on it. So that's how I do it. So most of the day, as I said earlier, 90% of my day looks like what I said earlier, right? More or less. But there are at times, right? I would say 10% of my days, right? It can get extreme, So these are the extreme days in my career. So wherein when in days of where we are deploying a product, or if someone has escalated an issue, like some urgent issue which needs to be addressed in a day or two, right? So at that time we will get into a war room call. So wherein people who are accountable to the product will be brought in. We have to connect cross functionally. We have to connect, brainstorm some ideas, and share the ideas amongst ourselves and get started into work. So this is mentally demanding task. These are very demanding tasks, and maybe 1 or 2 days we can do it. But if you keep doing this for the day to day, maybe weeks, then it's going to affect your mental health. So that unfortunately my company is good enough, my leaderships are people are good enough to handle this task. So I will easily for most of the days, right? I mean, just 10% of my days looks like this. And it is sometimes it is good also, right? It will help you, it will test your patience, temperament, and how quickly you can find issues in your work. You'll be given just 2 hours or 3 hours to work on, right? So in within that span of time, you have to be very agile. So these are good to do, but you can't do it on a consistent basis. It will keep you in a good flow state, right? It's also the good, but it is also important to take care of your health in this time as well, right? So that is all I had to share it. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you find this video will be beneficial for any of your friends or teammates, please do share it with them. Thank you.